Alrighty, folks, let's continue. Shall we? What say you? Over here. Transition. Alright, let's do this. Set this up properly. There. Oh, we get to see data log people. Profiles on characters, basically. Lightning. This former soldier was a member of the Guardian Corps Bodum Security Regiment. Last name Farron, she is known as Lightning, but her true name is a mystery. Sarah, her only family left in the world, has become a l'Cie. Lightning boards the Purge train in an effort to rescue her sister from the fal'Cie, but Sarah turns to crystal right before her eyes. However, it is not long until Lightning herself becomes a fal'Cie servant. She has lost her sister and become a pulse l'Cie, an enemy of Cocoon. What hope does she have left? Alright. Forgot I have a double speed. Yeah. Irrepressibly cheerful. That's an understatement. Her brand appears scorched and twisted. Does seem different. Sarah's only real concern is Lightning's disapproval of her boyfriend, Snow. Excuse me. Good cook, huh? An interest in fashion, that explains the hair. Chocobo chick. This chocobo chick travels in Saz's hair. What? The chick has no name, as voicing the true identity of the animal might trigger ripples of destiny across Cocoon and cause a hurricane in Eden? What the fuck is he talking about? Either that or Saz just hasn't thought of one yet. I like that it lives and travels in Saz's hair, though. They are saviors, come to rescue hopeless l'Cie who find themselves bound to a focus against their will. Isn't that all of them, though? Only a select few l'Cie get to see them, though. Eidolons. They offer a brand of... If this is true, they offer a brand of salvation few indeed would seek willingly. Without exception, Eidolons attack the l'Cie whose presences they grace. They give you a way out, basically, by trying to kill you. Oh, interesting. So the fal'Cie do all this. They generate energy or manufacturing food. The total number of Sanctum fal'Cie exceeds 8 million? That's a lot. Including the lower hierarchy. Meanwhile, the one pulse fal'Cie we saw Anima was humongous. If there's that many Sanctum fal'Cie, that's place has gotta be huge if they're the same size. Right. Highly mobile shock troops. Yeah, kind of like the SWAT would be for the cops. In a way. It's like borderline military. Okay. So that's Eden. Cocoon's other fal'Cie don't communicate with humans, but Eden does. It's the only one. Presiding over the Sanctum's otherwise human administration. Issues orders to the Primarch. Occasionally steps in to correct political gaffes on occasion. Well, that's interesting. As the sole operational nexus linking untold numbers of fal'Cie, it is not unthinkable that the loss of Eden could spell the end of Cocoon itself. Phoenix. Cocoon's own light in the sky. Phoenix is the Sanctum fal'Cie tasked with providing warmth and illumination, like the sun. It floats at the center of Cocoon's inner atmosphere, like a miniature sun, bathing the surrounding world in its radiant glow. It's the fal'Cie who are responsible for Cocoon's climate, regularly adjusting weather as deemed necessary. Just as Phoenix regulates daylight, other subordinate fal'Cie maintain patterns of wind and precipitation. Literally gods presiding over humans inside of Cocoon. So why are... Probably getting ahead of myself here, but... Well, yeah, why are Pulse fal'Cie the opposite? Seemingly trying to destroy Cocoon and the humans inside and disturb the society of Cocoon and all that stuff. Or better yet, why are they perceived that way? Well, we know the answer to that generally, which was the attempted invasion by people from Pulse and the fal'Cie from Pulse many years ago. It left the people of Cocoon afraid of anything from Pulse, fal'Cie or not. I guess I'm just kind of, this is all conjecture for me. I'm just kind of wondering what is the real difference between the fal'Cie inside the Sanctum and the fal'Cie outside in Pulse. The Pulse fal'Cie and the Sanctum fal'Cie. If there's any difference between them. The Sanctum fal'Cie are bent on, you know, protecting the humans inside of Cocoon and are okay with keeping out anyone from Pulse. Why are the Pulse fal'Cie and anyone not living out there trying, you know, so hell-bent on trying to get inside of Cocoon or destroying it? What's really going on here? But, you know, obviously that's the main plot of the game is gonna revolve around discovering the answer to those questions, finding out why what's happening is happening. Why the world is set up this way. All that stuff. Terra Aquatics. Nice category name. Same as her sister. Categorize, that's how you sort them. According to that file we read, yeah. For some reason, there's a lot of jumps and pulls here. I don't remember if the file said it had to do with the invasion from a long time ago or not.
To propulse, to repair cocoon.
Oh, okay. That's what it... Yeah, that's what they said it was. At least the character's dialogue in passing like that gives you some hints as to what's going on if you choose not to read the dialogues. It does seem kind of weird and out of place though. Because it's just like... Because it almost feels like he's just forcing conversation. Which I suppose that would, you know, to keep things from being awkward, right? As they're traveling through this wasteland. I guess it kind of makes sense to do that, but it's been feeling that way ever since the beginning of the game. When they just suddenly start talking about random stuff regarding their environment or something. But this is where it's most noticeable. Where he's giving you background, he's giving the player background by talking about this, Hope. But since you kind of have to assume Lightning already knows this stuff too, it just feels a tiny bit weird. But again, you can kind of reconcile that if you just think about the fact that he's trying to keep things from being awkwardly silent between them. That kind of reconciles it a little bit. The awkward, you know, dialogue, subject matter, and the dialogue itself.
understand. Guess we have to go back. Can we get through this way, you think? You know where you're going, right?
I've been here on missions before.
Missions? Nothing to do with the Purge, though.
The Purge is SciComm's baby. Our military is split into two arms.
Explaining this again.
Public Security and Intelligence Command, known as SciComm, and the Guardian Corps. I was Guardian Corps, Bodum Security Regiment.
Wait, but I don't get it. If you're not SciComm, then why did you board the train?
For Sarah.
Trying to save her. Day 13. Present day, basically.
Join the
Just
end
before
of
the actual
line.
game started.
Attention Purge deportees. Follow
Hours before, I'm
instructions
guessing.
And stay in your lines. Personal belongings will be returned upon arrival. Halt! Do not leave your lines. This is for your own safety.
Oh, we're not warning shots. They killed him.
Huh? What's the GC doing here? This op's under SciComm direction.
So direct me. Let me on. I want to be purged.
Oh.
Only civs get purged. Sanctum staff and soldiers are exempt. Huh?
Then I quit.
Line up.
Oh. Well, now I see where they draw the line, huh?
Excuse me. Hey, lady. What gives?
I volunteered.
Really? You don't look ready to go quiet into that good night.
You want quiet? You better take the next train.
She's warning you right now.
Now I really want to see what you're up to.
Oh. Curiosity killed the
I
cat,
had
as
to
they
rescue
say.
Sarah before they transported the vestige to Pulse, and out of my reach. My only chance to save her was to join the Purge.
We still don't know how she found out about her being captured. Well, how did Sarah get captured, and how did Lightning find out about it, and when did she
You're
find out
telling
about
me
her?
you got on that train so you could save your sister?
We'll find out eventually, though, right?
That's
Hopefully.
crazy. I could never do something like that.
It's not a question of can or can't. There are some things in life you just do.
Easy for someone like you to say.
Why? Because she seems like a badass that can do anything?
Lightning!
Have some self-confidence, boy. That's probably why she got tired of him and said, fuck this.
She left me.
She's like, this dude's weak. I'm out. Like I said, she can be a right bitch. No, but, you know, obviously he's being a little bitch in and of himself, too. But again, they both have their reasons. He has every right to be as depressed as he is and not have a lot of confidence. And she has every right to be as pissed off as she is and not suffer it.
Can't keep up with this girl.
Meanwhile, Saz has to suffer a different kind of wrath, which is keeping up with this young sprightly girl, Vanille. While he's, what are his own words? I'm getting too old for this shit, basically. He can hardly keep up with her. Okay, that's tutorial stuff for gameplay. Good to see bravery and faith made it into this game to increase your attack and magic attack. Oh, that's cool. 3-way battles. Hold on, when I say pick your targets poorly and you may be left waging a long and bitter battle against overwhelming odds.
You get tired?
Wanna be purged. She knows the risks, but there are some things you just have to do. And then that was when Hope was like, well, that's easy for you to say. You know, I'm not some badass soldier. And she's like, fuck this little bitch, I'm out of here. She jumped away. She left me. It's like, yeah, no shit. She's like, I don't want to be with no spineless kid. It's kind of funny when you look at it that way. Changing this to high quality, or otherwise we can't read shit. It auto downgraded quality for some reason. Much better. Just like lightning, Sazza joined the purge voluntarily. The knight simply acts as fear and despair prompt him. His former resolve seemingly forgotten, which we still don't even know why he had that resolve. His motives still remain a mystery for why he got on that train voluntarily and attacked the Pulse Fal'Cie. Though we got a very small hint just before that, though. Before the fight with Anima. I like his fancy technique with shooting his guns the way he does.
Never seen a rig like this before. Here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa! I knew that would happen.
Sure you did. Now she's the one asking him to slow down. Well, that's a switch.
Follow the old man's lead. Benito!
Follow the old man's lead. It just clicked what he said.
Watch it learn, kid. Go, girl. Not bad. This should do it. Huh? Oh! Piece of cake.
Yep.
Get this over with.
Should have learned that by now after everything that's happened. Still, it's interesting how she's talking about Cocoon like that. She kind of just let out a small hint that she might not actually be from there. Apart from that question she asked Saz when they were still on the plane, and he was like, what the hell do they, you know, about who the guy was, the Primarch? He was like, what the hell do they teach kids in school nowadays, you know, that kind of thing? The classic old man saying. What she just said right now makes it sound like she's also an outsider. Makes her, again, sound like she's some kind of outsider because she's so, she seems a little clueless. She spoke about Cocoon as if from an outside perspective, but I don't know what I'm trying to say.
You see that coming? Anil!
Oh shit! They did meet up with him. But Lightning already dusted all of them.
We made it!
Where's Grumpy?
Yes, thank you! That's a good nickname for her. Grumpy.
Got left behind, huh?
Leave me alone.
Hey,
Jesus, now he's being a bitch too.
This is pointless.
Just like her.
Can't keep up. Can't get home. It's over for me.
Grumpy number 2 over here.
It's not over. We'll get you home.
I don't have one. Now that Mom is.
What about your dad?
This is kind of cool how they show exposition on each character slowly as the story unfolds. They do these flashbacks to just a few days before the game starts.
Mom, you still believe in that kind of stuff? Wishing on fireworks? Really? That's for little kids.
And how old are you?
What are you calling kid?
To you? What'd you wish for?
Oh, that next year, your father could come with us.
Why? It's better like this. We don't need him. That night, they found the fal'Cie in the Bodhum Vestige. The next day, soldiers sealed off the town, and we couldn't get back to Palom Polum. They forced us onto the train with everyone else. My mom, she was frantic. She wanted to get us home, so she tried to fight. She got tricked by Snow. He used her.
Let's get you home, okay? Your dad's gotta be worried.
Let him worry. Why should I care? He doesn't.
Any father cares.
Saz?
It's nothing. Forget it.
Come with me, okay?
This ought to do it. We've got time. We'll get you back home. Your dad'll be happy to see you.
Well, I don't know shit about Hope's father, but don't assume all dads are the same, Saz. You never know. Hope and despair. I like it. Getting very poetic with the dialogue titles here. They make no distinction between locals and visitors, but they do make distinction between civilians and soldiers, though. I like how he whispered that into... That one soldier whispered it into Lightning's ear. He was like, look, we're exempt. We're soldiers. Cool. You know, we cool. We got solidarity. Well, you don't have to get purged. She's like, then I fucking quit. And he's like, alright, fuck you then. Get on the damn train. Saz is insistent. He knows how it feels to be a dad. Oh, that just revealed a lot more than the cutscene did about Saz. Seems Saz might have a kid of his own. Explains the comments he's made so far about kids getting wrapped up in all this. Made quite a few comments to that effect.
Time to get serious.
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
I like the description there. Hold on, let me see what his weapon said too first. I kind of got curious at the last second. Designed with balanced performance in mind, this boomerang deliberately avoids the extreme characteristics of competitor models. Okay. That's kind of whatever. Oh, what made me laugh was the shop description, though. For the new shop. There's a unicorn mart, which we saw last time. Up in arms. If history has taught us anything, it's that everyone dies eventually. But at Up in Arms, we help you to ensure your enemies do so as soon as possible. From classic pieces to cutting-edge upgrades, we've got it all. It's weapons and... Oh, I didn't see the rest. You didn't let it play all the way. From classic pieces to cutting-edge upgrades, we've got it all. Edged weapons and up-in firearms. Gun selections. Fully Sanctum approved. Okay. Oh, there's another shop. What the hell's this? B&W Outfitters? City life getting you down? Answer the call of the wild. With B&W gear to protect you, a trek through the lowlands is a walk in the park. Why not leave the hustle and bustle behind and return to nature? It could be just the vacation your soul needs. So this is what, armor accessories? Yeah, no shit. Tends to happen when you're a fugitive. But also when you're just, you know, out in the wilderness like this. With hostile elements. So at this point we can conclude that when comparing to like the Bible, biblical stories and stuff, Eden is essentially a fal'Cie herself. I don't even know if the fal'Cie have gender, but since you know, Eden was a she and as a guardian force in Final Fantasy VIII, I kind of just went based off that. But since Eden is the one fal'Cie that actually communicates with the leading governmental body of humans, you know, the Primarch and the Sanctum, kind of and it seems to command or hold some kind of authority over all the other fal'Cie that regulate the weather. It's basically the Garden of Eden is what Cocoon represents. When comparing to like biblical stories. Loosely represents the Garden of Eden. It's a paradise. But everything outside of it should be considered, you know, not that or less than that. Maybe even a threat or hostile to that paradise. So everybody wants to stay inside that the safety of that little cocoon, appropriate name, and keep anything from the outside out. Level 1 observations. Just shooting the shit.
Isn't that
A warship from Pulse.
You mean they made it this far?
Of course not. Not during the war, and not since. They might have tried, but none of their forces made it into Cocoon. They only damaged the outer rim. Then, the Sanctum's fal'Cie pushed them back. What'd you, sleep through history?
More or less. So, what's a ship from Pulse doing here?
Once the war was over, people couldn't live near the rim anymore. In places like the Hanging Edge.
That's
So
why
the
it's called
fal'Cie,
that?
They gathered up scrap from Pulse and used it for rebuilding here. This is what was left. A bunch of garbage.
That they couldn't use.
Who'd have thunk? A Pulse fal'Cie and who knows what mixed in with all the trash.
Who'da thunk?
A reaction. Taking in the trash, not out. The War of Transgression, the conflict between Pulse and Cocoon. The towering wreck is all that remains of a lower world airship shot down during the battle that took place centuries before. At that time, forces from Pulse attempted to invade Cocoon only to be repelled by the efforts of the Sanctum fal'Cie. Though not before the invaders had rent a great wound in the floating world's shell. Oh, there's another page.
Stop wandering off and stay where I can keep my eye.
Watching over them like they were his kids. Just like the file implied.
Changing the plate. Thanks. Should see it any now.
You should see Daddy. Is that what he said? Hold on.
Should see it any now.
You should see your daddy now. Who's he talking to?
Let's get this over with.
Whew.
Changing the plate.
Try disasters, 3 Ravagers. Nice.
Come to pop. Changing gears. Stop time, stop. Changing the plate.
Sneeze warning.
Changing gears.
How much hurt she? 2 Ravagers and a medic. Oh, one more time. There. Alright, I'm good.
Changing the plate.
His run is kind of funny. At least he's keeping Snow in his thoughts. Like, I hope he's alright, because we left him behind a long time ago. Oh, there's Grumpy number 1.
Welcome to the party.
You miss us?
Of course not.
Would it kill her to smile?
Oh shit, that was a quick scene. Thought that was gonna go longer. Lightning's quick though, in and out. Again, she's like, keep up, motherfucker. Yeah, Lightning says well over her feelings, but sad senses her frustration. Anybody can. Jesus. As I said, she's Grumpy number 1. Hope is Grumpy number 2. They just manifest differently. Yeah, they bring out their emotions differently from one another. Hope gets all mopey and depressed, and Lightning just gets pissed and is basically like, get the fuck out of my way. Keep up or get left behind. All roads seem to lead to despair. The answer has already begun to form in her mind. Has it? At least you don't have to spend as much CP traveling back to another node at a crossroads or a fork.
Let's get this over with.
In the Crystarium.
wisdom does come with it.
Wisdom does come with age. All age means is you've had more time to acquire wisdom. If you don't pay attention throughout life, though, you can end up just as clueless as anyone 10 years younger than you.
Here we go. Nothing to it.
Yes!
Come to pop. Time to get serious. Follow the whole guys.
Hurry up!
Keep up, motherfucker! I love that. I love quoting Ryder in GTA San Andreas when he says that shit.
What do you suppose that is?
A giant thing that's gonna spring to life and try to kill us.
What is that?
Pulse armament.
There you go. Oh look, it looks just like the ones from FF7.
And that's bad for us, isn't it?
You have eyes, don't you?
Yeah. I forget the name of those machines. You guys probably know which ones I'm talking about, though. They usually have 2 machine guns instead of, you know, claws for arms. And we've seen their latest, you know, high graphics rendition and FF7 remake. They're a little bit smaller than this one, but still, they kind of look like the same design as that machine. A dreadnought. Simple enough.
Thought we were goners. You alright?
I think so.
Incoming.
Got lightning going commando. Not in that other way, unfortunately, but... And then everyone else is just kind of switching between Ravager and Medic. I'm guessing the only difference between a Commando and a Ravager is Commandos just focus on physical attacks. And Ravagers use, you know... tend to use magic more instead.
Change in the flesh.
Yeah, I thought that first half of the battle was it. I was like, well, that seems simple enough. That seemed like too hard of a boss fight, but that was just the first half. Hey, Saz can now be a commando and Lightning can be a medic.
Pulse is crawling with things like that, isn't it?
Got me. Not even the Corps has access to intel on Pulse. Soldiers in the field fight blind.
Yeah,
Of course.
I noticed that. Don't you need to know exactly what you're up against?
Target's a target.
You like to keep it simple, don't you?
I stick
Obviously.
to my goal.
As long as you have a goal, you can fight?
You can stay alive.
It's more important. Simple enough. Dismantle things to turn them into parts to upgrade other things. Other equipment. Yeah.
Not much of a future for us, huh?
Hard to picture a happy ending.
We don't even know where to go.
I do.
Huh?
There.
Eden? The Sanctum Seat of Power. Oh, that's a great idea. Just charge right in there. Give him a taste of L'Cie terror.
She's being serious,
You're
dude.
serious?
Yeah.
Keep running. It's die or turn Seath. There's no place for L'Cie to hide. No. They want to fight. Let's take it to the Sanctum's door.
Atta girl.
Game?
Hell yeah.
No. That's for damn sure.
I love her attitude.
Started with Sarah. The fal'Cie took her.
She's starting to
I'm
grow
a
on me.
Too. And the Sanctum's hunting me, an enemy of the state. But who's pulling their strings? A fal'Cie. Eden. Cocoon's sustainer and guiding light.
She's starting to...
It probably ordered the purge too. Pulse and Sanctum fal'Cie. They're all the same.
Yeah, there you go. I was about to say that. If she hadn't kept talking, I was going to say, she's starting to see it like me, where she's starting to question where is the actual distinction between the fal'Cie inside of Sanctum and the ones outside of Sanctum, the Pulse fal'Cie. Is there any real difference between them at all? What's the point? You know, Eden's pulling the Sanctum strings, just like the Pulse fal'Cie are technically pulling ours by branding us all with the marks and giving them, you know, giving us focuses or whatever. So it's kind of like, what the hell's the difference? They're all pretty much the same. So, and then she pretty much confirmed what I was thinking when she said it herself.
Pulse and Sanctum fal'Cie.
They're all the same.
They're all the same.
Yeah.
And we're all the same to them. Expendable. I'm not dying a fal'Cie slave.
So, what are you gonna do?
Destroy it.
By yourself? Are you crazy? Say you
She's
would.
gone full radical
What's
anarchist.
that get you? Satisfaction? Something happens to Eden, it's lights out Cocoon.
Do we know that for sure, though?
You want that? You're a Pulse L'Cie now, so you just want to snuff out Cocoon.
No! What about Sarah? She said to save Cocoon. It might even be our focus to make sure Cocoon's...
Our focus doesn't matter. I don't take orders from fal'Cie. How I live is up to me.
There you go.
Don't you mean how you die?
Think like that, and it's already over.
Same thing in the
Better to
end.
pick your path
isn't
and
it?
keep moving. Don't worry. I'm after the Sanctum. I'm not out to destroy the world. If it
It's
did,
like I haven't gone that crazy.
wonder if our hero'd try to stop me.
You want to fight Snow
No.
now? Just like that and your enemies?
Next time we meet, we might be too.
When the fear sank in, it tore us all apart.
That's what always happens, yeah.
Lightning was suffering, reaching out to us. But none of us could see it.
Snow deserves it.
It's like I'm with her.
If I'd been stronger, none of this ever would have happened. I don't know what I should do.
That makes two of us.
Whoa! Hey! You're taking care of me.
I won't be if you keep pushing me like that.
Wait for me! I'm going with you.
I can't babysit you anymore.
I can fight. I'm not afraid.
Well, trying to put those words to the test,
Great.
boy.
A SciComm hit squad.
Cut off from the other two again. Shit. It's the Guardian Corps. Our former comrades. Working together with Cyclone though. Seems that way anyway, since they're called core gunners.
Not bad.
Really? Thanks.
She was reaching out to us. A cry for help disguised as frustration and anger, expressing how she wanted to destroy Eden. Yeah, everybody expresses cries for help differently.
Uh-oh. Army's out to play.
Hers is definitely in character
What now?
for who she is.
What now? I mean, we could stay here, but shouldn't we...
Run?
Huh?
We should run. If we rush in now, we'll just get in her way.
You know, you're right. I guess. I mean, it's not like Lightning needs any help.
So they're going their separate ways then. Opposite directions now.
There'll be more soldiers. We should keep moving. Lightning? Are you worried about the others? I'm sure they got away okay.
So can you if you leave now. With me, it'll be fight after fight. I don't know how it'll end.
That animation is
anyone's guess.
wonky.
I know that. But I need to be stronger. Lightning,
Call me Light.
what's the plan from here?
To keep it short, huh?
Through the Gapra
One
Whitewood to
syllable?
Palampolum. We'll find transport to Eden.
I live in Palampolum. I can show you all the shortcuts.
No side trips.
No need. I don't think Lassie are welcome at home.
And you don't want to see your dad anyway.
You get something off your chest?
Apparently not. She rarely ever talks during these little moments. Eden or bust. A recap of all the dialogue from that scene, basically. Let's, again, sometimes I shed a little bit of extra light on things. Excuse me. Fal'Cie means one thing to Lightning, an enemy responsible for ruining their lives. A clear-cut enemy is something she can deal with. Having a target is something she can understand. Well, of course, yeah. Should have seen that sooner. She's a soldier. She's been trained to think that way. Life makes more sense to her that way. The former soldier. The ex-soldier. Like Cloud. The only path that will satisfy her rage. Of course not.
Let's go.
I like how they ignore your allies. They only pay attention to the player character. Because Hope just ran right by and they were like, whatever. But then once they saw lightning, they were like, alert! Little exclamation mark, Metal Gear Solid style. Fiber optic cable. Let's upgrade our internet, baby. Get some fiber. The thing is, broadband internet connections already use fiber optic cables, so I'm not really sure. Oh wait, I think I'm mixing it up with the greater overall internet structure. So I was about to say, don't we already technically use fiber? Unless we're using like a satellite connection or something. Or DSL or whatever. Whatever the main difference is between DSL and broadband. But see, that's the thing, I'm not familiar enough to know that. But yeah, I do know that fiber optic glass, and hence fiber optic cables, have been used for internet for a while, to, you know, for the infrastructure of the internet, for a very long time now. So I'm curious to see what the newest innovation in internet service, fiber, that gives you like amazing speed or whatever, what the main difference is. Perhaps it's just an upgraded infrastructure that they're charging you to take advantage of as a customer. And that's really probably all it is, but I'll have to look into it.
Any trace of OC?
Oh shit.
Nothing. No sign it's been activated. Huh? Who's there?
Don't worry about it. You didn't see nothing. You bitch! Sorry, the way she cried out in pain. She's like, ah! It sounded like she should have followed that up with like, you bastard or something.
What was SciComm doing here?
Probably thought we'd try and use a pulse machine to escape.
Maybe we should try it.
Like that one?
What does this do?
Hey, you're gonna hurt yourself. Don't touch that.
Wait, what if it works?
Probably true though.
Leave it. I told you to leave it.
Stop! Stop already!
I like how her weapon just detects when her hand is near. It just pops out on its own and opens up.
Light! I think I can work this!
Hey, it worked. Herculean combat machines. What was that last bit? When piloting an armament, enemies cannot harm the party. It's like getting the Starman suit in Super Mario Bros. Or something. You're invincible for a while. Just plow shit out of the way. Enemies, structures, whatever. Well, that's kind of neat. Damn! Trample them. This seems kind of fun, actually. god, dude. They go flying so far. That was a bad move.
Nice landing.
Always the supportive
Let's
type,
get
isn't she?
moving.
Just need a minute. I'm still a bit winded.
You're too soft.
Wait up!
She goes again. Just like with Saz. Fucking harden up and keep up, motherfucker. Being a right bitch again. Not anytime soon, I don't think. Electrolytic capacitors? Did those replenish your electrolytes or something? Oh. Almost snuck up on him.
Which way to go?
And Ulan. Now I gotta look up what that word actually means. Up until now, I thought it was just a unique name for that. Well, I knew it had to come from somewhere, but still. Up till now, I only knew it as the job class I picked for Vaughn to use the Zodiac Spear in FF12. I'll have to look it up properly now. Tanky motherfucker, that's all I know so far. Almost. It could have worked.
Just get out of my way.
Super soldier. I like the name of that paradigm. War and Peace, Commando and a Medic. Slash and Burn, Commando and Ravager. That pretty much spells it out, yeah. She slashes, he burns. Short grind for an accessory slot. Nice. Yeah, at least they skipped it. Symbiosis. A medic and a synergist. They help each other out. Makes sense, yeah. Symbiotic.
This isn't working. I mean, you're a liability. You'll just slow me down.
What?
I'm sorry, but I can't protect you when...
You can't leave me here. You've got to take me with you.
Enough! The whole world is against us. I can barely keep myself alive, let alone some helpless kid.
She's starting to reach the peak of her despair,
I don't have
isn't
time
she?
to baby you. You want to get tough? Do it on your own.
Yeah. Crying out for help because she's just reading the bottom pits of her despair, and then an Eidolon appears, just like the file said, to put her out of her misery.
Look out!
Her despair was being manifested as anger towards Hope, but basically she's crying out for help. Has no idea what to do. Jesus Christ.
Thanks. Take down the enemy.
Super Blighter. I saw that paradigm just now.
Follow my
Oh,
lead.
I just saw the name, Odin. So Odin is her Eidolon. That's appropriate. That's very appropriate, actually.
Let's go.
I think the player already knows how to fill up the Gestalt gauge for Odin. Didn't use Libra to analyze.
Take down the enemy.
I mean, of course they would know. They obviously have played the game before. They're experienced. Damn, just staying alive against this motherfucker's already enough of a challenge, though. Jesus. Something to do with using magic against them. Yeah, that's filling it up really fast.
Follow my lead.
That's fucking beautiful. I love that. That is a great transformation for Odin to be her Eidolon right there. That's amazing.
Lightning. Whoa.
See, it's cool how he was He was starting to manifest as she was getting angrier and angrier at the world, because saying, you know, it's all, you know, the whole world's against us, and then lashing out at Hope. And that last moment where she finally basically told Hope to fuck off in her own words, that's when it fully, you know, summoned Odin to put her out of her misery. But, you know, Hope was in the way, was the first thing Odin saw, so it just went after him first. But she saved him, so she still cares. She was just angry and desperate. No more different than everybody else in this situation, really. Just feeling hopeless. She just expresses that as being pissed off and angry and pushing everyone away, which is the worst thing you can do, but it's just who she is, unfortunately. She doesn't want to ask for help. She's just like, fuck it, get away from me. I can do this on my own. Leave me alone. That whole thing, you know? That was her tantrum, basically. Her throwing a tantrum out of desperation and hopelessness, and then Odin was like, fine, I'll fucking kill you.
Your brand looks different. Was that an Eidolon? Like Lassie can summon?
Magic and mumbo jumbo. I must have hit my head on that purge train.
Why do you say that?
Am I really in your way?
No, I was just having a bitchy attitude because I was having a bad moment.
I'll do better. I'll try harder.
We'll toughen you up.
There you go, see? She feels better now.
I'm sorry about before.
It's like, sorry, I was just bitching you out because I was pissed off at everything. I'm fine now. You're cool. You can tag along. Thunderous hooves. Might be wrapping up the stream here though, after reading this. The Lightning grows ever more agitated. Their enemies, the Sanctum Army, she cannot afford to look after. The struggling Hope while she faces such a dangerous foe. Losing all patience, Lightning curses his weakness and tries to leave him behind. In that moment, her Lassie brand burns with radiant pain. As if to strike down obstacles in Lightning's path, the Eidolon Odin appears and attacks the bewildered Hope. Lightning moves without thinking. She blocks the deadly blade aimed at the boy she meant to abandon moments before. Lightning defeats Odin and brings the entity under her command. Why did the Eidolon appear in the first place? There is no answer to her question, but one thing is certain. She no longer wishes to leave Hope to survive on his own. She's like, we'll toughen up this little shitbird. Come on, kid. I'm gonna put you to work. Let's go.
Lassie,
Got my back?
Yeah.
Shit. Now she's willing to work with him. Gestalt mode tutorial. Oh, that's right, we didn't get one for Snow, because as soon as he got his Eidolon, we just lost control of him for like a long ass time. Oh, you have to use technique points. Using the summon command appropriately. 3 technique points. Another incentive to do well in battle. Get technique points so you can summon your Eidolon. Oh wow, it's the Crystarium effect. The visuals. That's fucking cool. I ship her and Odin. One of the most hardcore and badass summon creatures in the Final Fantasy series, paired with her. It's perfect. Match made in heaven, if you ask me. So just like any other game where they fight, where an Eidolon or an Esper, summon magic, whatever you want to call it, where they fight alongside you, they're only with you for a short amount of time. And you gotta make the most of them.
We do this together.
Just alt mode. The finisher, basically. Hell yeah! This is fucking cool. Oh, there's the things you can do. And there's the dial that was talking about in the tutorial.
Now! Shake the ground.
Hopefully we get to see Zantetsuken level 2. Should be your last attack because it consumes the rest of it no matter how many bars you have left. It says all right there. But right before you use up your last one,
The storm is here.
you finish him off with the big one. Good shit.
Until next time.
Too bad it doesn't slice him in half and kill him instantly. But I'll take it. Still a pretty cool animation. I recently got to see the Zantetsuken animation in FF14 when I went to go do the Fate and we failed. The last 5%, too many people were dead. So he filled up the cast bar and used Zantetsuken on the remaining, those of us who were still alive. And that was pretty cool. It pulls up that weird logo and then it just slices it in half and then everyone just dies. Just I was like, holy shit. It's pretty cool.
We'll stop here.
Sorry.
Don't sweat it. I'll look around. You rest up.
Did he fall asleep?
Mom?
Not by a long shot.
But you're starting to act like it a little bit. I was actually gonna say, are your maternal instincts kicking in right now? Right before he said mom. She's starting to want to look after him. Like a mother for a child or an older sibling for a younger sibling. Interchangeably, I think. Especially since she probably still feels like she failed as an older sibling for her actual younger sibling, Sarah.
No sign of soldiers.
Guess lightning got their attention.
I wonder how Hope's doing.
He's got an older sister now.
They were headed towards Palimpolum.
But you could also probably look
Kid's
at
on
as
his way home.
that's his mother, even though,
Bet on it.
you know.
Good for him.
A mother-like figure for now, anyway. I mostly say that because she kind of resembles what Hope's mother was like in her last moments.
If they manage to slip in quietly. All
You know.
of Cocoon is in the grip of pulse phobia.
Turn into a badass soldier type.
If a Lassie pops
Before
up
she
on the
died?
radar, all hell will break loose.
They don't even know why they're scared.
Nope.
Afraid of what they don't know. Afraid to find out more. It gets worse the older you get. I'm terrified of what'll happen. the world probably would be better off without Post L'Cie. I mean, most of them.
Gee, thanks. Let's go.
She's like, shut up and let's go, asshole. Ah, Dad. Essentially. Alright, we'll stop here. This is a good spot. Great, so now it's like Hope is gonna start seeing Lightning as his mother / older sister figure type, as Lightning now has incentive to want to take care of him like an older sister or almost like a mother. And now this dude is like the funny father figure type to Vanille who cracks dad jokes, and she's just like, come on, Dad, stop being lame and let's go. But like in a fun, lighthearted way, you know? Not being a rebellious, angry teenager type. That would be more like Hope and Lightning. And yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much where this is going. Alright, well, it's still pretty good. I'm still interested in seeing more, for sure. Not that I was gonna stop anyway, but like I'm still enjoying it. I like where all of this is going. But that's where I'll stop it for now. A solid two-hour videos, roughly. Yep. So a total of 4-hour stream. And I think I'm gonna call it a night here and go relax. So, what am I saying? This has been relaxing. Just sitting back and watching. It's been nice. It's been a while, you know? I think between FF1 through 6 and now, the only time I sat back to watch anything was Tactics right after FF7. And then it was back to, you know, playing through all the games again. Most of them were fine because I knew what I was doing, but 12 was the one that kind of exhausted me just a little bit because that's the one I hadn't played the... Well, it was the one I remembered the least. So I was least familiar with, especially the revamped combat and growth system. So that one tuckered me out a little bit, especially because it also went extremely long compared to all the other games. I even thought FF10-2 was going to go longer than it did, but I actually finished it quicker than I thought it would. But 12 took me a lot longer than I assumed it was going to. So that one kind of tired me out a little bit. Especially because, like I said, over the years, I became very unfamiliar with the combat and growth system, and then they revamped it and changed it, so that made me even less familiar, and I fucked up here and there, and fucked up a lot of things, and the RNG treasure chests have frustrated me, so I needed a good break after FF12, and this is giving me that break. I'm able to just kind of sit back and watch the show, and I like it. So, that said, this is where we'll stop, so I'll stop babbling and say my farewells now. As always, I appreciate all the likes, subscribes, and follows on YouTube and Twitch respectively, and appreciate you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this content that I call, well, this stuff that I call a content and a stream. But yeah, so as always, please take care of yourselves, stay safe out there, look after each other, and until next time, please have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and we'll see you all then. Peace. And don't worry, I'll get that outro music as I always do. Dun 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 dun. It's too bad we don't have the we no longer have the regular, the big video, that big long ass video with the regular battle music from all the games, the compilation of all the regular battle music. We just have the final boss stuff now, which is still cool, but it sucks that other video got removed, you know? Anyway, here's the outro music. Take it easy, y'all.